after vacation, it will take you 3 to 5 days being back into your routine. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the weight gain that we all experience when we come back home from vacation. I'm recording this podcast 2 weeks before me and my boyfriend are going to Italy. So once this podcast will be uploaded, it will be most likely after our vacation. So I'm excited to share with you how much weight I've gained because I already know that I'm going to come back home with some extra pounds and I'm totally okay with that. And you guys, I just want to talk about really what happens when we come back from vacation. It's so important for you to remember that if you step on the scale and you see 5 extra pounds, which I think that it's like an average that people usually gain when they leave for 2 to 3 weeks, it's not all fat, okay? A significant reason for this can be water retention, and most likely it is water retention. When we travel, we often eat a lot of food that are higher in sodium. Like think about restaurants, meals, and snacks that we don't normally eat, right? They're tasty, right? They taste really good because those chefs in the kitchen, they put a lot of spices into it, a lot of salt. So water retention is something that I want you to remember, that it's not all fat. You cannot gain 5 pounds of fat in a week unless you eat 3,500 calories above your maintenance every day. So think about it. In order to gain 1 single pound of fat, you have to be in a calorie surplus, meaning that you have to eat over your maintenance calories, 3,500. So if my maintenance calories are 2,500, I would have to eat 6,000 calories in order to gain 1 single pound of fat. So think about that. That's a lot, right? So initially, I also want to say that many of us take also break from workouts, right? We don't follow our regular routines. So when we are away, we don't move as much. So this can also lead to temporary weight gain as your body isn't burning as many calories as it usually does. Now, before you start stressing about the scale, please let's remember that it is completely normal part of life. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm literally recording this episode 2 weeks before our trip to Europe. Sorry, 3 weeks actually. And I already know that I will come back home heavier than I am now. And I'm totally okay with that. It doesn't mean that you failed at your health. It doesn't mean that you lost control. It doesn't define you as a failure. So, with this in mind, I want to dive into some practical tips to help you to lose those extra pounds without any extremes. So, number one, I want you to think about water. Stay hydrated. First off, you guys, drink plenty of water. I want you to take your body weight in pounds and divide it by two. So if you are 160 pounds, you want to be aiming for 80 ounces of water. Staying hydrated will flush out excess sodium and help with the water retention. And I know it might sound kind of like against any logic, like I'm telling you to drink more water if you're retaining your water, but trust me, that's exactly what you need to do, right? Now get moving. So a lot of times when people come back from vacation, let's say it's Wednesday, and sometimes I see people procrastinate, right? They say, hey, well, it's Wednesday. Let me just wait till Monday to go back to the gym. No, don't do that. Like you already have the membership. You are at home. You're already in your routine. So why wait another 5 to 6 days to start working out again? Just jump right back into your routine. Don't wait. Start with your steps, your workouts, plan your week ahead, and don't waste your time procrastinating. I always plan everything in my calendar. I use Google Calendar and I literally pre-schedule everything, including my workouts, including what time I'm taking my dog for a walk. Like I have everything in my calendar because I treat my workouts as important meeting with myself. So if it's in my calendar, it's happening. So if I know that I'm coming back home from vacation on Wednesday, unless I'm dealing with crazy jet lag on Thursday, I am telling you that you see me at the gym the next day, because longer I wait, harder it gets for me to get back into routine. Like it's very hard for me to get back into the gym after a week of break. Whether you're on vacation or when you get sick and you cannot work out, like 1 week is enough for us to get comfortable. So don't wait any longer. Just get back right into your routine after you get home. And lastly, I also want to address a common mistake that a lot of people do. And that's why really I'm recording this episode for you, because I see that way too often. Many people feel that they need to restrict themselves drastically after a vacation, leading to the cycle of binging and restricting. How many of you, like, be honest, how many of you thought about, oh, when I get home, I'm just gonna go and do this juice cleanse, or I'm gonna drop my calories to 1200, where you're eating 25 plus on the vacation and now you're slashing your calories to 1200. Like, this approach is so unsustainable and unhealthy. And I just want you to, instead of this, focus on balance. Like, listen to your body, right? Like, it knows what it needs. So I want you to really avoid any extreme diets or cleanses or detoxes or anything like that, because it is going to backfire really bad. And I'm telling you that from my own experience, right? Like, you don't have to restrict yourself even when you come back home from vacation. Like, still enjoy the foods that you love. Like, incorporate healthy or sweet desserts if that's what you like. Like, I love sweets. I have to have something sweet every single day after my lunch, no matter what. And yes, sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's a piece of chocolate. And I never feel bad about that, because if my body wants that, especially after I eat nutritious, dense food and mainly whole foods, because that's what I eat anyway most of the time, then if my body craves chocolate, I still have it. Whether you're after vacation, before vacation, during vacation, always remember a balance, because when you restrict too much, you only going to go for so long. Like, it's only a matter of the time where you're going to fall off track and you're going to go and binge on 5 chocolates instead of one, or not even one, maybe a few pieces, right? Don't restrict yourself. After vacation, it will take you 3 to 5 days being back into your routine, getting your steps down, working out, drinking your water, eating your maintenance calories. Honestly, you don't even need to do like a fat loss, or you don't need to do a crazy deficit. You simply just can get your maintenance calories done, eat them for a week or two, just give your body time to balance itself, get back into routine, and then maybe consider doing a little bit of fat loss if you want to maybe lean out. But honestly, you guys, give yourself time. Give yourself time. Those extra 5 pounds don't define you as a failure or someone who cannot stick to their diet, right? Like, always remember, memories over macros. Like, I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't ever want to look back at my vacation 5 years from now and say, oh, yeah, I remember back then in 2024, we went to Italy and we had a good time, but I actually didn't really enjoy any pizza or pasta because I was on this plan, or I was just, so restricted. I didn't want to gain any weight. So I just stayed away from these foods. Like, really? Is that really that type of memory that you want to have? No, you don't. You don't. And you're not going to convince me otherwise. Like, you want to look back and say, hey, back in 2024, I went on vacation and oh my goodness, I had the best time. I've enjoyed gelato, I've enjoyed pasta, the real Italian pizza, and it was delicious and we had such a good time. And you know what? Yeah, I came back and I put on 5 pounds, but who cares? Literally, I was able to lose those 5 pounds within 2 weeks after being back home. And we had amazing time. We have amazing memories. Those are the memories you want. You don't want to live your life with regrets. And for me, the regret would be going for dinner and ordering a salad with chicken while I can actually taste a real Italian pizza or pasta. Like, I don't want to have that regret. I will take those 5 pounds for those memories because I know that I can lose it the moment that I'm back home, right? So, to wrap up this podcast, I want you to remember that gaining weight after vacation is absolutely normal. Enjoy those times with your family without letting that to derail your progress. Focus on balance, right? Still get moving, right? Like, do what you can, but just have a good time. Life is too short.